Well, do I have a surprise for you today? There are 2 new palettes coming from Cosmic Brushes. Not just one, 2 new palettes. This is the Nude Trolls, and it is the Cooltrals. This is more of a neutral palette with a twist. This is all twist. I wouldn't call this a neutral palette, but I honestly, when I'm filming this, I don't know when these are releasing. I don't know the price of them. Check the description box. I will update that as soon as I know, but we're gonna do 2 looks. We're gonna dive in. This is one of my favorite brands, and the way I squealed when the owner let me know that they're having a new release, excited does not cover it. I will share some more pictures and launch details on my Instagram as well. Don't forget to follow me on my Instagram if you're interested in getting some more information. I also did put up a save the date for our next trip. We're gonna do a retreat in Maine in September. I'll try and put that in my community tab as well. But if you want to keep up to date with all the things that are going on, if you are interested, and if you're not, that's totally fine. You don't have to worry about that. My Instagram is always linked down below. So this is the Cooltrals. This is the one that I'm like, this is just twist. This is not what I would call a neutral palette. This is what I would call a somewhat half neutral, half colorful palette. There is some pinks, there is quite a lot of blues, but they're a little bit more of like a muted grayish leaning blue, like the storm cloud blue. Love blues like that. And then there are a little bit more grays, and there are some taupes here in the corner, and there's also like some almost like muted plums, and I'm very intrigued to be diving into those. These look very beautiful. When it comes to the pricing, Cosmic Brushes usually prices their palettes different depending on how many special shades are in them. So they have some palettes that are like $24, $25, and then I think the last palette that had more shimmers, because shimmers are more expensive to make, and I think it had at least 2 special shades. I think that one was $37. So I'm guessing that this one will be, this is just my guess, but I'm guessing this one will be somewhere between that price and maybe a little cheaper, but maybe around $35. That is what I'm guessing. Cosmic Brushes is also a UK-based indie brand, and they do ship worldwide, or at least to as many countries as the shipping companies allows us to ship to, because I also own an indie brand, and sometimes shipping is crazy because the shipping companies just will not allow us to ship to certain countries for different reasons. But you can use a code. My code Angelica will get you 10% off the entire site if you're interested in purchasing any of these. And like I said, I will put some more details on the launch down below. This is the Nude Trolls. I think that this one is a really good neutral palette because it has some of those things that I really love in neutrals, which is that it has some browns. There are browns. There are also some more almost like a mauvey, like almost like a reddish brown down here. There's some mustards, there's some cool toned like olives, and then you have some more like almost like, yeah, there's like 2 rows of more neutrals, and then there's a multi-chrome here. This one is like a peach gold duochrome-ish shade. So I will say this one has a lot of twists and turn to it. It has like 2 rows of neutrals and then just a bunch of shades that really goes with neutrals that I would still say are neutrals depending on your skin tone. For me, this is a neutral because I have a more yellow leaning undertone. If you're more olive, these shades will look more neutrals on you. Neutral isn't always about brown. It is what looks like it blends into your skin tone depending on your undertone. And then of course we have some down here. There are more if you have like a cooler skin tone. So I really like the range of colors, and also that you can make it a little bit more colorful, especially if you choose something that not clashes with your skin tone, but maybe makes it pop a little bit more. And one of the reasons why I'm so excited about this one is because Cosmic Brushes, which I think changed their mind to, changed their name to Cosmic Beauty. I'm not 100% sure, but I think their website is still Cosmic Brushes. They make amazing eyeshadow. They do eyeshadows so well to a somewhat affordable price, and I cannot recommend this enough. Last year, their last palette that I reviewed, which was Winter Wonderland, it got the #1 spot when I ranked all of my eyeshadows of last year. So out of all of the eyeshadows that I tried last year, which was way over 100 palettes, that one was my favorite. Not only in the way that she does color stories, I think she's so good at making comprehensive color stories, but they're also a little unexpected, and it gives you safe options, but also a little bit more fun options. But the quality is just beautiful. So I really recommend all of the makeup products from Cosmic Brushes have been really, really good. But I think we're actually gonna start with the Cooltrals because I put this more slightly cool tone lipstick on me. This is in Pure Hollywood. This is from ABH. Oh my god, thank you so much for everyone who tagged me. ABH is coming out with more colors in these, and I am 1,000,000% buying them. I'm so excited. This is one of the best lip formulas I've tried as of late. This is definitely going to be in the best beauty of this year. It's beautiful. So I kind of want to start with this one. This like cool tone, like plummy, very, it's called Natural. I think we're going to start with that and maybe go into this one and then do some blues. Once upon a time, I used to do a lot of like two-toned creases. I think we're doing it today again. Okay, so I'm gonna start with that shade Natural. I just think that this will be so pretty out here. I think I'm gonna do like the blob and then blend it out with the lighter shade. I'm putting a little bit on my lower lash line too. I will do the blue here and the blue here. I think that's gonna be good. Okay, let me get another brush and let's do the one that's called Crave. This one, it's almost like a lavender, pinky lavender pastel. And we're picking up some of that and I am dotting that on the line. I do this technique a lot because I wanna have the dark shade be as dark as possible. So I usually start with that shade to make it be the one that I set the primer with. So I never set the primer with powder or with like a neutral or a bone colored matte, because when you set the primer, that's the shade that's going to be the most pigmented. And I want that shade to be this one, not the bone colored matte. I don't care about that. So I set the primer with the shade that I want to be the most prominent in the look. And then I'll blend the edge with a lighter shade. And then I'll reapply the dark shade again to mesh them together. And then back with the darker shadow and just reapplying and blending into that lighter pastel to keep the intensity and to make it look, you know, as blended, as blurred as possible. We're not looking for perfection. We're looking for good enough. Okay, so let's get into some of the blues. What do I want to do? I kind of want to do Intuition. I think I'm going to do that in the inner part. And I'm doing the EO4 because it's such a good one to just, because it's already a little oval, so it just fits in there. I think this will be good. Maybe I'll make this into a semi-halo eye and just keep the inner part open. I think I'm just gonna blob it like that. Blob it like this. And I'm gonna blend it up with this one. It's called Attract. And it's like a little pastel faded blue, almost like a little periwinkle pastel. I'm gonna do that on the lower lashes too. I think I'm gonna do that pastel shade Attract in the inner corner. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do this one. It's called Reveal, and it is like a blue topper shade, at least from what I can see here. I think I'm gonna spray this just to make sure that it's like sticking the way it should. And I wanna be precise with it. Oh yes, this is this is exactly what I wanted. That is perfect. I am gonna take it up a little bit. Because I don't have any mattes here in the middle, and we can just fade it into a little bit of sparkle. That is so fun. And I mean, clearly not a neutral look. Okay, I put some prints in my waterline and I did a little mascara, and I really enjoyed this look. I think it looks so cute. I'm loving the colors and I'm loving what we were able to do. Let me put on some falsies and we can have a little chat. This is so cute. I don't want to brag or anything, but like this look is fire. I look like a snack. I'm absolutely loving this look. And I'm so excited to have even more colors like this. And I'm very excited to have this like, this is a Cosmic Brushes version of a neutral palette with a pop of blue. Where the pop of blue is just half the palette, which I'm not upset about that. And there are so many more things I would like to do with this palette. There are so many fun color combos in here. There's this black sparkly shade. There's a dark blue. These taupe shades up here look very nice. This silver and this here looks so nice. And then we have this sparkly, like periwinkle purple metallic here. It looks really beautiful. And of course, let's not forget the multi-chrome up here. This is a really, really fun palette. I'm really, really enjoying it. This is a nice palette if you like neutrals, but you would like to have some blue options and a really good quality. You just don't want to commit to like the Winter Wonderland, which was like an all blue palette. This is a nice like middle road, and these are a little bit more muted blues as well, so they won't be that like pop in your face like a Klein blue. But yeah, I'm really enjoying this one. Let's get into the next one. Clearly we're doing mustard. What channel do you think you're on? Okay, so it's time for the Nude Trolls, and we're definitely starting with this one, the mustard one that is called Icon. I mean, she is an icon. Also, I changed to a more warm lipstick because I want to be like cool tones, warm tones. This one is Jeanette by Unearthly Cosmetics. It's like a mustard leaning brown. Beautiful. So we're gonna start with this one, and I think we're gonna use this one down here. It's that like almost like reddish brown, like almost like an aubergine brown. It's called Lust. So I think we're gonna start with those two. I love mustard eyeshadow. This is making me so excited. Yum, yum, yum. I'm just gonna pat this all over. Is there a dog here? Yes, there's a little Kaisa here. I thought I heard someone snoring. I'm gonna do this all the way into the inner corner. And let me blend this edge a bit. Look at that. I love shades like this. Let's make a really nice warm smoky eye, and let's try and use both of these like warmer shimmers, both this coppery one here and the yellow one. I think that's what we're gonna do. I think that's gonna be an amazing look. I'll put a little bit under my eyes too. This mustard eyeshadow is delightful. Let me see if I can dive into the Lust shadow now. This is an EO5. Yeah, I was gonna see it's an EO5 and EO2, and this is gonna be such a fall look. Literally looking outside, seeing the pool, and I'm just like, this is gonna be a pick your apples at the apple orchard kind of a look. Look at that. I'm gonna do a little bit in the crease, but I'm not gonna do all the way in because we're gonna do that reddish shimmer on the outer part and the yellow shimmer on the inner part. So there's no need for me to carry this dark shadow all the way in. I'm just gonna use it here. And now let's blend it into the mustard. And you can always go back and forth between the dark shadow and the light shadow to make sure that you're getting the blend that you are hoping for. I love yellows for summer though, and I feel like this one together with like just using this one and that yellow shimmer, or yeah, there is a white one, almost white one in here. It's called Chic. Like those two together, you would have like a sunflower look, and that would be perfect for summer as well. I accidentally pushed my nail into the color that's called Radiant. And look, it is a multi-chrome. I don't know if you can see. Look, there's green and... oh my god. You can see it here, right? Yeah. Look. Oh, it's so pretty. Now I kind of want to use that all over my eye. Although I already have it all over my hand. That is so pretty. Okay, what I was going to do is that I was going to put some of the dark shadow on my lower lash line too, and then I stuck my nail into another one like the vicious monster that I am. I mean, this looks so good already. Okay, let me actually wash my hand and we can get into the copper one. We're gonna do this one. It's called Desire and Glitz. Those are the two we're gonna start with, and I think I'm gonna use Chic, this one, in my inner corner, and we'll see where we're at. But look at that shade. Like, so pretty. Okay, let's put that out here. Got a little fallout. probably put too much on my brush. And I'm just tapping on the edge to make it blend into the mattes. I think that looks so... Oh, I'm so... Can you tell? I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is about like Cosmic Brushes. It just makes me happy. Cosmic Brushes is another one of those indie brands whose release schedule I really respect. Like they'll release like 1 or 2 things a year, sometimes 3, and they'll be fine with it and they'll do it amazingly. I really, really respect how they release stuff. So this is the glitch shadow. It's just a lighter gold. Putting that in the inner part. I don't think I'm gonna do any shimmers on the lower lash line. I think I'm gonna keep it as is. I'm doing the line a little sharper in the inner corner. Just like, not like a cut crease, but like a little sharper. So this is that Chic shade, and we're just gonna do that in the inner corner of both of the eyes. Like, look at how... That is a majestic fall leaf. I am embracing. I have become the majestic fall leaf. In June. Mind you. Okay, time for some mascara and some lashes and maybe an orange waterline. Oh, I have that beautiful pen by House Labs, the burnt sienna one. That will be perfect. So this is the second look, and this is with the more, well, Nude Trolls palette. And I mean, is this a neutral look? Yes and no. It's very bright, it's very bold, but it's still made with neutrals. I love this look. I think I love this look even more than the first one. Even the first one was more colorful, but this just... There's something about how that gold works with the colors in the crease. It's stunning. Honestly, I like both these palettes. I like this brand. I don't think anyone is surprised. The only way that this brand could make me like not like them is if they release something that is way too similar to what they have released before, or if they change their quality, or I don't know, maybe if they release their own version of the Xenon palette. Maybe then I will be like, what's going on here? But I really, really love what this brand is doing. I think they make extremely good quality for a very reasonable price. And again, it is based in the UK. So if that helps you out, I wanted to let you know about that as well. I will leave all the info that I can in the description box. If you don't find the exact info when you're watching this, just come back in a little bit and I'll update it to the best of my ability. Because as I said, as I'm filming this, I don't 100% know, but I will let you know as soon as I know. When I know, you will know. So let me know which one is your favorite, and I will see you again, I think on Monday. I think. Honestly, I don't know. I'm going to Vegas on Sunday. I'll see you next week. My life is a blur. I'll see you next week for another video. Bye!